Hello there, fellow travelers, and I am creating a character with the new D&D Player's Handbook, and this is as far as we've gotten, right? So we still have some more to do. We are on step 2, but we're actually on step 2.2 or 2.5 or 2/B, and it's under determine origin, and we determined our background, but we did not determine our species. So now we're going to do that. So under character origins, it says parts of a species, creature type, size, speed, special traits. So we're going to go ahead and look at some of these. Now I will do a video about each one of these species later. Right now we're looking at building a character and trying to do it as quickly as possible. So I have a character that this sheet is going to replace, right? I have a 5e character from the 2014, actually from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything character, and he was a half elf. Well, there are no half elves in 2024 apparently, so I'm going to be an elf, and so being an elf, I'm going to transcribe what is here onto my character sheet. So I'm going to use the red marker that I was using to here. It looks a little orange actually, but you can see I was a charlatan. Now I'm picking my species, right? So we're going to say elf, right? So this is a rogue elf charlatan. Okay. And under elf, it says you are a humanoid creature type, right? So that's fine. So these are species traits. So my traits are, I am a humanoid. I'm not going to write that down because I'm going to remember that. I'm medium, which means I'm between 5 and 6 feet tall. I'm not going to write that down because I already know that. My speed is 30 feet. So right here, I can put 30 because that's my speed. And here are some of my really cool special traits, right? I have dark vision with a range of 60 feet. So under species traits, I can say dark vision, 60 feet, right? Elven lineage, and that means that I have supernatural abilities. I choose a lineage from the elf table. I gain a level 1 benefit from that lineage. So I'm going to go with high elf. So my benefit is that I know the prestidigitation cantrip, and whenever I finish a long rest, I can replace that cantrip with a different cantrip from the wizard spell list. That is bomb, baby, because this character is not going to be a spellcaster, but I get a cantrip just because I'm an elf. So that's pretty cool. So I can go here to cantrips, and I can say right here, level 1, this is a cantrip. I have the prestidigitation. So I'm going to go prestidigitation. And that's cantrip. And I could swap that out, right? And so I'm going to say or wizard cantrip after a long rest, okay? Since I'm not going to have a lot of spells, I'm going to be able to like write in that column. That's not a problem. And also, it says here, when you reach higher levels, you get more. Well, I'm not there yet, so it's fine. It says here, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma is your spell casting ability for the spells you cast with this trait. So I'm going to choose this to be charisma, because I'm going to be a high charisma character and not a high intelligence character, and definitely not a high wisdom character. Fey ancestry. I have advantage on saving throws to make or avoid or end the charmed condition. Okay, so species traits right here. I will say advantage versus charmed. All right. Then it also says keen senses. I have proficiency in either insight, perception, or survival. Well, here are my proficiencies, right? So I already have perception. I do not have insight or survival. So I'm thinking, well, actually, I do have insight. So I have insight here. So I got insight based on my charlatan background. So if I go back to my charlatan background, instead of insight, I could choose something else. I could choose, no, wait, insight, that went back to, so charlatan was deception, sleight of hand. So I actually went all the way back to my rogue class. That's what it was. And I picked insight because it overlapped with my, background, sleight of hand, or it was the other one. And so I'm going to go to my rogue background, and it says I can pick 4 of these. So if I had the insight from being an elf, I can pick whatever's left here, which is investigation or athletics or intimidation. So I'm thinking, which do I want? Or I could still pick the nature one, but I don't actually care about nature, having that one. So I'm thinking investigation is going to serve me pretty well. That would be the one that I would think mechanically I would use more than athletics. Well, athletics might be good too. This is a good question. Or intimidation. See, I already have deception and persuasion. I'm already going to be pretty intimidating. So I'm thinking investigation. So we're going to go with investigation. Now you see how this is a process? All 3 of these here, the class, rogue, the background, charlatan, and the race or class, the species as we're calling it now, elf, are all related. So that's why a lot of people use pencil. I'm using a marker here to show you the different stages as we do them, okay? So let's go back to our elf traits. So we got keen senses, right? So we got one of those proficiencies. And now also one of our traits is trance. We don't need to sleep, and magic cannot put me to sleep. So I can finish a long rest in 4 hours if I spend those in a trance-like meditation in which I retain consciousness. So 4-hour long rest and immune to sleep. Right? Very good. And that's it. And that's my elf traits. So that, my size here is medium. And I could actually put in like 5'6", 5'8", 6 feet, whatever. Let's see, is there anything else here that I need to do? Languages. What are my languages? Now that's interesting. It does not say here what my languages are. Let's go back here to character origins, backgrounds, parts of a species, abilities, scores, feat, equipment. That's all background, part of a species. And it does not say anything about languages. So let's keep going, right, to species descriptions. Okay, I think it might say something about languages under the character creation chapter. Yep, probably. Let's go back. Creating a character. Languages. All right. So here it says choose a species, right? Choose your languages. So we could roll on this table and pick one at random, or we can pick them, right? So here it says choose your languages. You know 3 languages, common plus 2 languages you roll or choose from the standard language table, right? Rare languages are either secret or derived from other planes of existence and are less widespread. Some features let a character learn a rare language. So it depends on the feature, and we don't necessarily have one right now that lets us do this. So we get to pick common and 2 of these. So under languages, we all know we have common, so I'm not going to write that down. So I am going to pick Elvish because I'm an elf. And Draconic because my other character had that and used it in that campaign. So it's going to be important to keep that consistency. But I could have picked any of these. All right. So that's it, I think, for that part of it. We do have this part that says background and personality, but we can get into that a little bit later, I think. All right, so that's the end of step 2, which is actually step 3, but a step 2.5 or whatever. But anyway, if you're liking this video, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I'm starting to lose my voice, but I want to get this done, so I'm probably going to do another video after this. Watch that to see the next step, and I will see you all on the next video. Thank you for subscribing. We're almost at 14,000 subscribers. I appreciate you out there. Talk to you in the comments. Take care.